Oh god, I can't speak. Alright. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Did not expect anything interesting from this stream. I'm only streaming because I don't know actually. Doesn't matter though. Anyways, hello everybody, Silicontent here. Welcome back to another boring stream of me flailing about, acting like I'm a professional. I do not have very much water. That will probably change because I'm going to need that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything interesting to say here. Besides, yeah. I'm streaming on Twitch. I've streamed on Twitch before, my friend. The only reason I'm streaming on Twitch right now is because this is one of those weird programming streams that I do occasionally, where, like I said, I think I'm a professional when in reality I'm a bumbling idiot. So I'm probably I'll just go ahead and explain what I'm doing to like the two people who care. So essentially, let me go ahead and get this. Okay, there we go. I have an excellent document up to show you what I'm doing. It's just a notepad document. Also, tell me if you think the formatting of the stream is weird and all. I'll change it. I'm just messing around with stuff right now. Alright, so you can actually see the screen for once. So this is what I'm doing. This is the plan for today. Like I said, if you want me to change the formatting, let me know. Let me just go ahead and minimize that for now because I think it looks good. Alright, so essentially, I'm going to be attempting to create a Terraria-like game. Now, what I mean by that is more or less just the very basics, the foundation of Terraria. So hopefully tiles and player movement and placing and breaking and stuff like that. Will that happen? No guarantees. But like I said, it's probably going to come down to me watching a couple tutorials because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so this is our basic project for now, right? And as this says here, this is what I'm hoping to at least do today, along with some of those other things that I rattled off. So getting a tile to show up on the screen, showing multiple tiles and handling them in a decent way, being able to play the game. It's always a good start. Collisions, I love them so much. And that's it. So I'm doing this not in a game engine because I hate myself, I guess. So we're doing it here in Java, and I'm going to try to not use any libraries because one, I don't know, it's a weird restriction, and two, I'd have to learn them. So I kind of have an idea as to how I want to start this. And it's probably going to involve starting with a window. Cool game. That's a good name for it. And just setting up a window because obviously if we have a window, then we can pretty much do anything, right? So for now, let's set the size. Let's do that. That's fine. Gonna need, I believe, we'll disable resizable for the time being. Oh, of course, I'm an idiot. Just set this to that, and then set it to the middle of the screen. Thank you for those. That's not how you spell null, friend. Those are some incredible emotes right there, Timeless. I really do appreciate that. And then we'll show the window. I don't know if this will work. It's been a little bit since I've done this, but let's find out. There we go. That's a window. Good start. I'm glad I could get that far. Okay. I don't know. We'll just stick with what I've been calling it. That's not how that should be formatted at all, friend. So now we're going to go ahead and create the object that actually handles everything. The window's just there to make it appear. Let's figure out... So I'm thinking for sprites, like sprite sizes should be default 16 by 16. All right. Should I play Terraria music? Actually, in this little, I actually threw together a bunch of music into a playlist. There is some Terraria music. I don't know. If we get bored of the music, I just have like a royalty-free chill music playlist that I've used before that we can default onto. Speaking of default, for that'll work. Okay. Now we need the, so I'm going to move the size of the screen over to this game panel. And I suppose this is a good time to say this, but most of this like boilerplate, I guess it would be, comes, I watched this one tutorial series of this guy who made a game in Java with just like plain Java libraries, so he didn't have to download or install anything extra. He could just open it up and start making it. So that's where a lot of this boilerplate is coming from. I think his name is, let me see if I can find it, Rye Snow on YouTube. He does Java tutorials. Yeah, he released the tutorial series that he made, the game that he ended up with, he released onto itch. But he also made a tutorial series as he was making the game. So yeah, I haven't gone through most of it. It's like 50, 60 parts long and goes over a crap ton of stuff. So I very well might end up referencing it at some point. I've only gotten up to like episode 7. But there's a lot of stuff in that series, and it's pretty good. So if you're, I don't know, you got like an afternoon, there you go. Anyways, back to what I was doing here. Let's just set a default, maybe. Thank you. A default background color. Let's do this for better rendering or whatever. Let's do this, and then I'll add a note to myself. There we go. Because we need to get keyboard input at some point. We'll get that later, though. That's a problem for later us, not us now. So, with that, I'm going to actually add the game panel, as I'm calling it, to the window. There we go. So let's make a new one. Okay. There we go. And let's add it. And then, oh my god, I can't type. Then this pack essentially tells the window to shrink down to the size of this game panel and follow its size. You just did something in your Discord? What does that mean exactly? And does that mean I should go look? Because I sure can. I haven't booted up Discord yet today. Okay, and then I'll add some more comments. Let's actually do. And then there we go. That's what all that does. What do you mean maybe? I don't care about Discord support right now, friend. Oh boy. I'm getting completely distracted. Oh boy. Why would you do that? Okay, great. Anyways, now that we've set up input handling, let's go ahead and get the game running and see if we can draw something to the screen. I feel great, thanks. Set up a game thread. Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna have to do this in a second. And then implement methods. There we go. Let's make another method. Let's go and set this bad boy up right here. I don't know. This is just how I format things. Is it a good way to do that? I don't know. Let's finish up this method declaration. Let's just call it init. That'll work. And this is essentially where I'm going to start the thread from. We're going to create a new thread dealing with this, which is referring to the game panel. And then we're going to call the start method, which then calls this run method for whatever reason. I don't know. I didn't make the thing. So now we have that. In run, we can set up our game loop. So let's do... All the game thread still exists. So this will continue looping for as long as the game is open, essentially. I'm going to call two functions, update and repaint. I need to define, technically, both of these. So let's start with the update method. I'll go and section this off as well. Like I said, I don't know if this is the best way to comment out your code, but I'm not a professional and never claimed to be, so... yeah, that'll work. That's a good way. That's a good name, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. No one else is going to look at this but me and the people watching the stream, so it doesn't matter. Alright. For the timing, we'll just put... so I know that it's actually doing something. And then we need another function. Let's remember correctly. And it has that. I believe this is built in. I don't quite remember. I believe it's an override. Yes, it is from JComponent, which of course JPanel inherits from. So let's first run that superclasses ping component, and then we'll do our own stuff. So Rysnow, the guy who made the tutorial, he recommended casting the G that we have into graphics 2D because it like provides more methods for like 2D drawing or something. So I don't know, we'll just describe it as that. And then once we're done, with all of our drawing, we're going to get rid of the graphics thing so that we don't have a memory leak, C++ style, and destroy our computer or something. Let's just draw a rectangle and see what happens. So let's set our color to just white is fine. And then let's draw a rectangle at like X and Y 100 with the sprite size that we determined. And if I remember correctly, that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So let me run this and see if it works. Okay, boom, we have that, and it is updating the game as well. And when we stop, just look at that, it stopped. By God, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so now that we have a single tile drawing, believe the next thing we could add here. For the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and add a new class. We'll just call it tile, or not a class, a package, and then we'll make a class called tile, which can just hold. Let's make it hold a position, and well, it won't hold a size for the time being. Let's have it hold, actually. I'm curious to try this. I don't have a plan. Just to be clear, none of this is planned. I am making this all up off the top of my head. So let's try this. Let's make the let's make the constructor. There we go. Ah, my gosh. There we go. Okay, that's the wrong type of brackets. All right. Okay. So now I already have an error, and we'll worry about that later. I will always have an error. There will never not be an error. So, my idea is to just maybe try... Okay. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Let's draw... I don't know. There we go. Let's try this and see what happens. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Let's see. I want to loop over this. I essentially just want to draw 3 different rectangles starting at the top of the screen. That's not where that goes. I'm an idiot. Is greater than first times 3. Or, well, it's less than. Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work. But let's give it a shot. Let's see. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. I'm just going to have 3 different rectangles with 3 random colors. So let's create with the X of I and the Y of 0 and a new color with let's say random, with just random colors. Let's see if I can remember how to do Java randomness. Aha. Documentation. Okay, so we did need to create a new random number generator, which I can do. And for the time being, I'll just throw it up here. And we'll create it right there. And we'll use it down here. Let's see. Which function do I want to use here? Here is the next student random number. Okay. Here we are. This is what I want. Stack Overflow. Aha! Next float. Okay. And then just do that 3 times. And that might work. I'll be curious to see if it does actually. So we've created a new tile. Now we need to draw it. Ay. Let's do it at tile.x, tile.y. Let's just do the sprite size. I don't know. Let's find out. Ha ha ha. It's having a seizure. Okay, but that does mean that tile drawing is working. And also these tile objects actually mean something. So, now that we have tiles loading, I should probably make some kind of manager for tiles that can hold all the different tiles on screen, perhaps. So let's do... or maybe just in-game, I don't know. Like I said, there are much better ways to do this. Do not follow my footsteps. Let's just create... Yeah, that's fine. One-dimensional array of tiles. We'll just call it tiles. Good. Let's say we have only 5 tiles in the game. I don't know. We'll define this later in the constructor. And then it's time for the constructor. Let's say that's fine. Let's just do 5. And I'm so curious to see if this will work. Let's go and add some tiles. Probably with random colors again. So once that's done, let's do tile. Is that accurate? I don't know. I am not very used to Java's for loops. If that wasn't obvious, Python has ruined me. Let's just I have a better idea. T is T plus. Okay. So let's do tiles at index T is equal to generate tile. So return a tile. Now, let's just generate a random tile and see if we can generate the exact same tiles every frame instead of them flashing. So we are still going to make a tile. Let's see. Can I just generate it at... Let's do more random. Now that I think about it, we really don't need this anymore, or this. Let's go into here. Delete all that for the time being, and we'll come back to the game panel in a second. Let's generate a new tile. We actually need to give random, make it a thing. Let's do next int from 0 to, we could also, now that I think about it, let's get a reference to the game panel. And then we'll add that in. There we go. So now we can access the game panel's width and its height. Let's generate a random color. And just do that a couple times. Import colors because it isn't in here yet. Oh, look at that. It's a heaping mess. God. Okay, so now that we have that actually doing something, let's actually, is it all the time? Yeah, whatever, I don't, yeah, okay. Let's add the tile manager. Alright, there we go. Let's make a new tile manager with a reference to the game panel. Muy bien, muy bien. And then, let's come down here. Let's say for every tile in our list of tiles, let's draw them. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Oh. It worked. Huh. Why not 1920 instead of 1080? I don't know, to be honest. It's more of a temporary thing. It's also because I'm not exactly sure. Now that I think about it, this is a good time to test this. It's also just, I'm gonna increase the amount of tiles that we have. I don't know exactly how to full screen the window. Also, I don't, this is what I wanted to test. So if I set this to resizable, so now I can resize it. The only problem is, as you can see, this is essentially where the window boundary is. Everything else is black. So I'm not exactly sure how to resize it. I could look into it. I'm sure it wouldn't be too heavily difficult. Set. Yeah, all right. You know what? I saw something from Stack Overflow, and I'm gonna try it. It's also not called frame, it's called window. Let's see what this does. All right. I don't know. It was just for testing, mainly. We can always change it later, like I said. I don't think that would be too difficult, but I'm not going to bother with it right now. Okay. So now that we have random tiles generating wherever in the world they want. Now, I feel like something we should do is potentially... I wonder if we could have a mouse, like be able to draw tiles onto the screen. I wonder if that would be possible. I don't know how to do mouse input necessarily. Let's try this. I'm pretty sure I looked this up and it was a thing. Sorry, not extends. I'm curious. What is... Whoa. Okay. What does E give me? I can get the... Okay, I can get the position. Okay. There's potential. So, let's do... Yes, okay. So, on mouse clicked. Let's also come up here and... Let's add the mouse listener so we can get rid of this. I'm also going to have a key handler as well. General resolution, take native listeners. Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about there. Let's see, what did I want to do? I don't even have a key handler yet. I'm an idiot. I don't want to do that, friend. Don't want to do that either. It's my own mouse handler. Alright, that's a good enough name for it. Let's actually make it here. I don't really care about handing anything to it. Okay. There we go. Mouse handler. So now we can actually do stuff with the mouse. Let's see. For the time being, let me just test and make sure this is actually working. Let's actually just do mouse down. And I'm not checking for the current. It doesn't really matter all that much, to be completely honest with you. Let's just print it out and see what happens. Okay, it also detects the two side buttons as well. That's kind of neat. I'm learning. Alright, so now that we know that we can actually get mouse input, I suppose the next thing we should do is get the mouse position. So let me see if I can just do this here. I have an idea. Let's see. I said, what is using when I was cutting? Alright. Yeah, I'm I'm sure I can do something like that. Let me experiment a little bit. We'll keep those open for now. That's fine. Let me do some more Googling here because that's all I'm really good for. All right. Let me see if I can just, because I know that packing it is gonna set that. Let me see if I can. Let's see what this will do. I'm reading on Reddit. Alright, well that didn't. Alright, that's a lot of words and I can't be bothered to read it right now. So, let's see. Racking my brain here. Okay, this seems promising. I can't tell, it's just like a... Okay, I wonder if it's because the preferred size is being set. So I wonder if I were just... Oh, yeah, I guess we can clear this out so it doesn't crash and burn. So I want... Because there's also just simply set size. So let me try and see if this makes a tangible... Oh, well. He's tiny. He's a tiny little boy. Alright, let's set this back. I wonder then, yeah, let's try this quickly. Let's just do, I can just saw another message appear. Open size, allowed to resize the first size opening to, whoa. Don't think, yeah, no, that still doesn't work. Okay. I think the only problem is that the panel isn't scaling with the window resize. Those lines of code, they're let me see here, because I wonder if I were to do this, because I know that this is making it follow the, although this overwrites that, I believe. The window size codes. I'm trying to, hold on. Set content pane. Let me look this up. Because this could do something. Okay, that's the getter. Where's the setter? Boot. Okay. Well, let's go find the actual attribute itself then. Okay. You know what? Why read the documentation? You can just try it. I have no idea if that will count as that. Let's see. Still no difference. Okay. Okay, I gotta read this. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. Let me go back to what we were... Sorry, you gotta remember that I'm an idiot, by the way. So if I were to throw the 1280 by 720 into this, come over here, change these to the 1920 by 1080. I don't know if this will work. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay. Well, I mean, it's definitely... So now the game panel is Terraria music. Woo. Thank you, Tyler. I wasn't even paying attention. Should look more correct. I mean, yeah, that's true. If I were just for testing purposes, there we go, 100. Sure, this will work well. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it is still rendering. There's still more stuff outside of the screen. I might just leave it like that and see what the heck happens next. So, I forgot what I was doing. Ah, yes, we were going to try and draw tiles to the screen via mouse click. Will that work? Probably not. Let's just store this as... Make it a grid instead of all random. We'll get there eventually. Probably never. I'm gonna see if I can remember. So we're just going to... Yeah, okay. This might work. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this. I don't really need comments right now. I'll deal with that later. So I feel if we were to get that, and then let's, I don't know if this will actually help or anything. We'll throw that in there anyways. Okay. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And then let's go ahead and tell to suppose here. Let's go and steal this. Throw it in there. And then let's make those parameters instead. Look at that. Such terrible, terrible code. Alright. I'll be curious to see if that'll work. Of course, this is an array and not like a... Similar to the... Okay, here we go. This will be fun to read when it's not formatted. Display. Maybe it's. Let me see if I can pull it up on desktop. Maybe it'll be better formatted that way. Okay. Import. Java dimension. You can send this in Discord. Yeah, that'll probably be better. Let's see. Actually, I have to find. Here we are. Person. Okay. While that's happening, I wonder if this would be better as not an array, but an array list, which I believe are things that I can do, because this should allow me Gonna have to, oh, yeah, whoops. Alright. And then, let's, I don't know, less than 5. We'll just generate random piles and add them. And let's head in. Okay, here we are. Let's read this. So, canvas display. Maximum and minimum. Canvas. I have not used a canvas. Let me see what canvas is. What do we got here, Java? Excellent. Okay. I can try seeing if a canvas will allow me to do more. Set maximum size and minimum size. So I know that I had, let me just head back to main here because we're creating a J frame as a window. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. Never used Java in your life? That's okay. I've been using it, I don't know, for a little bit. I'm still not good at it. Okay, here we go. Yes, we do have some size everything. Okay, yep. Oh my gosh. Ow, that was ow. C++ and Python. I know Python probably about the same as Java. Actually, probably a little more. C++ scares me. Okay. Oh, okay. It's just triggering. You get the new dimensions. With the what of what? Huh? My sister's asking me if something is a scam that she just got a thing. Microphone didn't do anything to me? It actually hurt me physically. Watching my own stream on stream, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting this to go very well. Anyways, let's see. Let me actually the new dimension scale it down. Okay. Oh, autumn. Sorry, I'm having a conversation whilst streaming. Truly a professional I am. Anyways, okay. So essentially, the main thing I need is a listener. Okay. For resizing. I wonder if it'd be better to throw this all in its own class because, you know, things are better in Java if you just throw more classes at them. I'm gonna do it just because. It might clean things up slightly. I have no idea though. Let's go ahead and I'll leave this as is for now. I'll go ahead and make this its own class. Let's do, I don't necessarily need any variables. Let's just do the window. Okay. Let me just, let's set the title. That's a better name, I feel. We'll take these, replace window with this. Then we'll add that there still, I feel. Well, actually. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Resize listener. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. Component.add component listener. Okay, so 1 second. Let's just do all this here. So I'll worry about its own class later. That's a problem for later me. For now, let's just do it in here. Okay, so we've created that. Okay. Let me just try implementing what this person recommends. So let's add a component listener. Add this. Oh my god. Okay. We want the resized. Components equals vert event get source. Okay. I don't exactly know what the super class does here. I'll remove it for the time being because I am a professional. Let's convert this to the component event is okay. There we go. Now we just need to do more. Alright. Let me go ahead and actually see. So I think what we're going to need to do at this point is, once this is actually called, what we're going to have to tell the game panel to resize itself. Should make a Mario clone. My brother in Christ, I'm struggling to resize a window. Okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's see. I'm curious to see. I wanna just try something to see if I can get these to communicate with each other. And just see what happens. Let's just call that from there. Like I said, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna find out. Okay. So it calls. I saw it appear twice when we started, which means it was probably called here, and then it was called here. I don't think the order matters, but okay, well maybe it does. I'll shut up then. Suppose, yeah, no, the only thing that we need to do now is resize everything in the game panel, I think. I'm not sure. Let's see. In here. Then update the view. Yeah, sure, man. All right. So let me just try. This is a complete... I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to try it anyways. That's worthless. Before I get too far, yeah, you're right, you're right. Darn it, how dare you be right. Sorry. I'm going to make those just regular variables for the time being. And then maybe in this test, we can... I don't know. I genuinely have no idea if this is going to matter or do what I want it to do. But... Scroll through. Yeah, it's true. Although it is bold to assume that I'm going to make it that far. Scale up and down. Okay, and then call drawing again. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. Okay. I wonder... So we need to update the width and height here. Or update the tile size. There's very intense music for not very intense stuff going on. Let's see. It's amazing how in a... Like if I were to just do this in a game engine, like Godot down here, this would be a button that I would have to press, and it would do it for me. And now I have to figure it out. Maybe I should have done this in Godot. That wouldn't have been as fun. Aren't we having fun? Let me read through this person's code. Bring the tile size up a bit and see what it does with the standard load size. Okay, by bringing the tile size up, do you just mean like immediately right here on the launch, or doing it whenever this happens, just like in this test function or whatever? Because I mean, I can just do that and just see what happens. Well, he's growing. That's not what I meant. Okay, I feel like we should figure out. God. So we should probably figure out if it's shrinking or not, and figure out how much it's shrinking by. So I'm assuming that's where this is gonna come in handy. So let me see what attributes I can get from this. I'm assuming I can get... Music is really not fitting right now. I can get the height. Okay, yeah, we could do that. So set limit on how big one of those tiles get. Oh, well, it's a feature. So I wonder if I were to figure out... if I were to like figure out maybe like the ratio between the sprite size and the window size, and then just determine the... That's right. So if I could figure out how to do that, then maybe I could figure out the size of the... I'm talking nonsense right now. Should not be as hard as it seems. God. Let's see what this does. Yeah, it doesn't help. Alright. Okay. Let's just stay here. Yeah, so we just need to scale it up depending on... I wonder if I could figure out how much the component resized by. Is that... I wonder if that's a thing that I can do. Like take the old... like width and height and figure out the difference or the scale factor. But like I said, I don't know. Let me see what happens if I do get... Let me just do this quickly. Let's just do this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's currently 1280 by 720. Okay. Okay. I might have an idea. Send it. All right, let me check. Leaving Discord. Oh, boo-hoo. All right. The civil. Hmm. Mm-hmm. When it's actually finished resizing. Okay, that makes... Okay. So this will only fire then when the user releases, I guess. So let me see if I can just toss that in there and see if that'll work. It's not erroring, which is surprising. Okay, so it is only resizing upon release of the mouse button. So I'll add that comment there just so I don't forget, because I probably will. So I wonder now if I were to store the width and I am like, this is the hardest my brain has thought in the like last few months. All right, if that wasn't obvious. So let's do, let's set default values. Oh, shut up. And then, if I were to come in here and I were to figure out like the ratio or whatever, it's mindless texts. See, that's what I mean, all right? Those chats, all right? Very little brain power was needed, all right? It is not hard to insult Timeless Arcane, but programming a window to resize is taking all of the brain power I have right now, whilst also trying to provide commentary whilst I'm doing it. Let's just use a float, that's fine. I don't know. I don't care about names right now. Let's go ahead and see what... Let's do... Let's figure out the width scale, I guess. And let's divide that by that. Oh yeah, oh no, boo-hoo, it could be 0. Shut up, man. I promise that it won't be unless I make it. That didn't make any sense. That's okay, though. Oh, integer division. Oh, whatever, man. I don't care. Okay, so now using that, we... God, it's the stupidest thing I've ever done. I also don't think I'm doing it right. I wonder if I were to instead find the difference between the two rather than dividing right now. I think I'm pulling a stupid here. And then just figure out the difference there. And then divide them. Listen, it's been a while since I've been in a math class, alright? Just leave me alone. Don't pull a me. Okay, well. What if I were to just do... Right, look at that. That's some genius level tactics right there. I don't think... God, and me. I'm so curious to see what this number is going to output. Not a number. Good start. God. Okay. I feel like okay, I gotta sit back and think through this one, because nothing about this is right. If that wasn't obvious by the fact that it just shot out not a number. Okay, so if we had 1280 by 720, all right, I'm screwed. I'm getting out a piece of paper. Actually, who needs a piece of paper when I have Microsoft Paint? Yeah, who needs Paint.net? I have Microsoft Paint. Wow, I haven't used this in Windows 11. This is weird. Did it shoot out letters? Yes, it did, Tyler. Yes, it did. Yeah, that didn't work. All right, so we have a window that is 1280. Okay, this is just terrible. 1280, all right, by 720. Okay, understood. Now we pull on this thing here. That doesn't matter, but it's a neat detail to add. All right, and it increases to you know what, let's actually just do the full 1920 by 1080. All right, so now we're up to 1920, if you can read it, by 1080. Look at that. This is a pristine graphic, all right? So we need to, and each tile, right, by default is 16 by 16. So we need to figure out I am an artist. How did you know? Thought I was making it subtle. Image creator. What is this? I don't know what that is. Is it? I don't. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I then need to figure out how much bigger to make the tiles. All right. By figuring out the ratio between these two things. Okay, this is big brain stuff we're talking about here, all right? So if this is 1280, we're going to do width over height, all right? And then we have 1920 by crap. By 1080. That's not an 8, friend. By 1080. All right. We need to figure out a number, a single number, all right, that we can multiply. That's I have a better way to do that. A question mark that we can multiply by 16 to get this bigger shaded area. Set tile scale to scale along with the screen. Hold on. There's nothing. The thing. Oh God. Okay, Tyler, I appreciate you worrying about me drawing tiles. Very quickly. This is C#, but we'll deal with that later. I don't need to draw tiles right now. I need to scale the freaking screen. Scale along with the screen. Yeah, I wonder if... I guess I just don't... I feel like it's really obvious, and I'm just being really stupid right now. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do some... Didn't I have to do all the extra math to simply set a scale ratio? I wonder... I guess I just need to figure out how to do that. I forgot what this does. What does this do? I think it just... Yeah, it just says the exact same thing. Okay. This is some devious oh, wait, hold on. Pause. It's outputting something. I suppose it didn't output something first because, you know, it... Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Those numbers mean nothing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Try rescale by 1.5 times. So by that, do you just mean just multiply this here? Or multiply it whenever there's a change? Because, I mean, at this point we can... I know the initial problem was 1920 by 1080 multiply when there's a change. Okay. Yeah, the only problem with sprite size is currently oh boy. Sprite size is an int. That might be better. Cat, yes, oh boy. Let me just undo and see what happens if I leave it as an int for now. Okay, so since there were like, technically speaking, 2 changes, or I don't exactly know. Let me just comment that out for the time being, because whenever there's an update to the screen, right, it'll trigger this listener. Is there a way to make a specific set size to the tile or sprite? I guess, I don't know if this is going to answer the question or not, but I mean, it's technically the tile isn't even anything tangible. It's just, okay, here we go. I wonder if some kind of, I don't know if there is anything like that. I don't. Let me just terminate this for the time being. Doesn't necessarily need to be anything in there for right now. I wonder. I don't know. I still feel like the best way, because I'm reading this, right, and there's talks of a camera, but I don't know if I have access to a camera. Like library, just in the standard, and I know it's a. Yeah, alright. Or like a viewport. Well, let's see, what does this do? I wonder. I don't know if that's how those work, but having a viewport, I wonder if the viewport will do scaling for us. Let's see what all it has. I've never used a viewport before. There's change listener. Is notified each time the view size, position, or viewport's extent size is changed. And to be fair, it could just be that one part of I guess I haven't used a... yeah. Says set view size. I wonder if that would... Okay, well, I mean... There's a tutorial here that we can watch. I suppose I can go into this and see what lovely, lovely information he has. You know, I'm looking at... I was looking at this one that you were looking at. This Stack Overflow thing. And the thing that caught my eye was a camera, right? Because I was thinking, oh, well, maybe if we have a viewport, maybe we can figure out... Okay, great. Thank you, Tyler, for that wonderful screenshot. I am tempted to just see what this person does. Mimic full screen. Alright, here we go. Here's fun and exciting stuff. So, I told you, I said in the title that we were gonna do some tutorial reactions.
Last video, we implemented some
wow, this game looks a lot better than mine.
Also,
to be fair, this is episode 65 of the tutorial.
So this way, our NPCs are choosing to walk in the middle of our...
Yeah, I think... Yeah, libGDX probably has its own camera.
Roads,
but the idea of a camera
so
struck me as interesting.
Which is nice, which is what we wanted.
I'd love to look closer, Tyler, but I'm...
So that we can get in and out of this game.
Okay, that's great and all, friend.
Now that we're gonna resize stuff, and it's gonna make that easier for us. Now we have our
so let me see here.
Resize method in the state. So what will this do? This is gonna take the camera. Let's create something called resize in there and give that the size. And then UI canvas. Here we could do set fixed size, but it just looks better if we keep this resize. Well, we could have this.
That's great, friend.
So, window size to this new size. Done. Resize, fixed size. So we can pass it as a method expected 3. We also need to take that. So now if we just go back here, you can see the size callback. So now if we did resize, which takes a size,
okay.
Size, do that. Let's adapt to. So you know, at the top here where you have these icons and everything, and it sort of offsets our canvas by that.
I suppose if you were to... Alright, I'm gonna just... I am throwing anything I can at the wall at this point. Well, not preferred size, but just size. And we'll see what that does. Give me a second, by the way. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up in a little bit. Let me see what this does. Give me one more second. Alright, and I'm gonna have to wrap this up in a little bit. But, see, thank you, Tyler, for all of your wonderful contributions. Okay, let's see. This might just come down to something different. Excellent. Yeah. This looks very interesting. Yeah, this is for GUIs only, I believe. Okay. I feel like this whatever this guy's talking about by me by best bet besides just figuring out the math. I don't know. So I'll leave that there for now. Okay. Let's see.
Of
One more second. All right, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Okay, well, honestly, I'm surprised I made it this far today. But yeah, no. If I do keep working on this on Twitch, then I'll see if I can get as much of this done. The ratio between those two is that. Okay. I'll see. And yeah. But for now, I'm gonna call it here, mainly because I'm leaving. Yeah, like I said, I'll see if I keep doing this on stream. I'm also surprised that anyone actually stayed. I'm sorry that I suck at this. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna stop blabbing on. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you. There's links probably and you stayed all the time. Why would you do that? Better than timeless. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right. Well, see you guys. Yep. Adios. I don't have a cool end screen thing, so we're just we're gonna. There you go. Be right back. Yeah.